also the code. So the code will be a random string. So we will use str here from Illuminate support, and we will have a random 6-character string for the code. Let me highlight link create here, PHP Artisan IDE models. And after we create the link, we have to create the link products. So the request will send also the products. So for each request input products as product ID, we'll create link product create link ID is link ID, and the product ID is product ID. In the end, we will return the link. Let's create also the link resource, PHP Artisan make resource link resource. Let's go to the link resource. For now, let's return the ID, this ID, user ID, user ID, and the code. And in the link controller, we will return a new link resource link. Let's add the route now. This belongs to the authentication middleware here because we will use the user ID. So this is route post links link controller store. Let's try it on Postman now. So we have the URL here, which is influencer/links. It will be a post request. We are logged in as an influencer here, and we will send the products 1 and 2. Let's send the request. So we created a link with an ID of 1, user ID 24, and the code is a random string. Links will be created on the influencer, but they will be used on the checkout. So we have still one other group here, the checkout routes. Let's copy this part here and change the prefix to checkout and the namespace to checkout. Let's create the first route for the checkout, which would be the usage of the link. So we'll create another controller, PHP Artisan make controller checkout link controller. So the controller will be the same as this controller here. Let's go to the link controller. Now we have two controllers. We want this checkout link controller. Let's remove this extents here. And here we will create the function show, because we want to return the link that we just created. And we won't be using an ID here. We will be using the code that we have in the database. So here we'll get a link, and we will get the link by this code. There are two ways to get the link. So first I imported the wrong link here, so it should be up link. So the first one is where code equals to this code, and the other one is to use where, and here to use the code. The column is the code that equals to the code. Both work. I will use this one for now, and I will get the first result, because the result here is an array, but we need the first result since the code is unique. After we get the code, we'll just return the link resource with the link. We'll still need to make some modification in the link resource, because we need more information for the users, and we need also to return the products. So let's go first to the link, and we will add here two connections. First is public function user, return this belongs to user class, and the other one is products. Return this belongs to many product class, and the class that we need is link product class. So this has many products that are linked through the link product class. We will use these two connections in our resource. So let's go to the link resource, and instead of returning the user ID here, we will return the user object. So we will return new user resource, this user. We will return also the products, which would be, this is a collection, so product resource collection, these products. So in this case we showed how to return another resource as a single object or as a collection. Now we need to add the route to our api.php, and here we will add the route get links code. We'll have link controller show. Let's try it on Postman. So let me copy this part, paste it here. This is checkout links slash we will use this ID that we just created. We'll use it here, and yeah, that's it. We don't need a login here. Let's send the request. Call to member function is admin on null. I guess we haven't considered if the user is not logged in, so let's go to the user resource. So in this case the user is null, so we should use it like this. If the authentication user, so let's copy this part, and so if the user is authenticated and the user is an admin, this should yeah, the error is gone now. Now we have a link, and we have more information. Now we have the user and also the products of this link. Now we got the link on the checkout. This means that we can create orders now. Before we add the route, we should make some changes on the orders table. PHP artisan make migration, add fields to orders table. I will add a lot of fields, so I generalize it with this name. So let's go to add fields at the orders table. So we need to add the shipping address to the orders table. So we will add string address to, which should be nullable. Actually, every shipping will be nullable. We need the city, country, and the zip code. We need also data regarding the influencer. So the first thing that we have to add is the code of the link. We need also the unsigned integer user ID. So this is the influencer ID basically. And we will add the string influencer email. Because we already got the email for the user that buys these products, we need also the influencer email that they shared the product. So these are the fields that we will add. I'll copy those, paste it here, and I will drop them. We forgot also another column, which is a tiny integer complete, and the default value is 0. So we need to know if the order is completed or not. We need to make a new migration also for the order item. Add fields to order items table. Here we need two new columns. Is a revenue share between the admin and influencer. So the first one is decimal influencer revenue, and the admin revenue. When a user buys an item, admin and the influencer gets their percentage of the share, so we need to store that in the database. And let's drop it here, drop column. Now let's migrate. PHP artisan migrate. Now let's run PHP artisan IDE models. So our models will have the newly created fields. Let's create also the controller. PHP artisan make controller influencer order controller. Let's go to the order controller. We have two order controllers. We have to go to the influencer order controller. Remove this extents, and we will create the store method, and we need the request here. Here we will create the orders. So first